Now, this is the third episode in our series all around mentoring. If you haven't seen episode 1 with Josiah, where he takes you through what mentoring is, then you seriously need to go and check that out. Similarly, if you haven't seen my last episode, all about structuring a mentoring conversation and how to maximize your mentor's time, then what are you waiting for? Make sure you're up to date with the previous episodes so you can really get the most out of this set. Right, so this is the final episode and it's all about giving you the last pieces to the puzzle and ensuring you have all the top tips to succeed when you begin to enter your mentoring journey.
All right, let's talk about the process of identifying and actually selecting the right mentor for you. Where should you actually go looking for mentorship? You can start by looking online for mentoring programs like 1millionmentors.org and actionforyouth.org. I highly recommend connecting with one of our Apprentice Nation mentors accessible from our website, apprenticenation.com. Now, if you're spiritually inclined, an unexpected place where you could find a brilliant mentor is in your local church or place of worship. I mean, you could find mentorship in a friend, a family member, or a community leader. And within the corporate world, a small startup, or a charity, or event, or even your own organization. There may be mentors around you who you work with that could make great mentors for you. You'll find tons of professionals eager to support you in virtually any career route. However, be prepared that not everyone you approach will be able to commit. However, when they say yes, make sure that you are ready. But honestly, you're going to want to make a proactive approach to mentorship. There are bound to be experts and potential mentors at any event, institution, or workplace that you've ever been to or ever been associated with. I mean, even think back to your school. Think carefully. Is there anyone who you know and admire that you might desire to emulate, copy, or learn from them in any manner? Then reach out. The worst thing that can happen is they say no. You have nothing to lose. Then you approach someone else and you'll get a yes. I have a takeaway tip for you. Ask questions. I mean, here's some questions that you could ask a mentor about their personal experience to see if they're right for you. You could ask them, how and where do they find inspiration? What values are they committed to? What is their biggest fear and have they overcome it yet? Why did they decide to become a mentor? What are their goals for your mentoring relationship? I mean, what do they do when they're not working?
Josiah, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
What can a mentee do to feel comfortable at their first mentoring meeting? Realistically, they're meeting someone they don't really know and they're asking for help and guidance. What do you think they can do?
Great point, Roxanne. I think the secret is getting to know each other by building rapport. I think it's important to learn about each other, discuss personal and professional history, look for common ground, and as well as what you mentioned before, you have to do the research and be prepared.
Last episode, we really went into detail around maximising your mentor's time and getting the most out of your mentoring conversation. Let's go a bit deeper into this. Take a look at this handy checklist that you can use as a mentee. Before or during your mentoring conversation, make sure you've used this checklist to ensure that you are best prepared. Take a picture of this checklist now or make some notes, whatever's easiest for you. So first on the checklist is the agenda. Sometimes your mentor may have an agenda and that's completely okay. There may be other times the onus is on you to make an agenda. So make sure you've carved some time out to think about what you'd like to discuss with your mentor. Prepare any questions you may have and think about how to make the most effective use of your time. We've also got taking notes. Take notes during your conversation with your mentor. It can be hard to process lots of information at once while still being present. So note-taking is an effective way for you to capture all of those gems your mentor might be giving to you, or to note down things you'd like to discuss or consider further. Next up is questions. It's natural to have a lot of questions, especially when you begin being mentored. A great top tip is to think about your most pressing or important question and have them written down ready for your mentoring conversation. Research. Between mentoring sessions, your mentor may ask you to go away and research a specific topic or piece of information. Make sure you're making the time outside of mentoring sessions to do any required research. There's nothing worse than showing up to a mentor session underprepared. Again, taking notes during the session will help you to remember what you need to prepare for next time. Lastly, be positive, learn and have fun. Try to bring your best self to the mentoring session. We all have days when we aren't feeling the best. If this is the case, reach out to your mentor and let them know how you're feeling, or if you need to postpone. When you're in mentoring sessions, try to always use good body language, great listening skills, and be vocal about your goals. These could be short-term or long-term. Remember, this isn't an exhaustive checklist, but these are all great tips for helping you to maximize your mentor's time.
Yeah, so if I was a mentor, I'd be looking for someone who's serious about themselves to a reasonable extent. They are professional and have the right attitude. But most importantly, I'd be looking for someone who's humble, teachable, and willing to learn. If you're asking questions and listening actively, it's a sign of someone who's ready and able to absorb information well. If you were the mentor, what would you be looking for?
Right, let's look at a quick real life example of how you might want to navigate your first encounter with your mentor. We appreciate this first meeting is often the hardest. So in this example, Josiah will be my trusty mentor from Apprentice Nation, and I will be his mentee.
Hey Roxanne, I'm really pleased to start this mentoring relationship.
I am too, Josiah. I won't lie, I am a little bit nervous, but I'm really excited.
Cool, like what are you nervous about?
Well, I'm just nervous because I've always wanted a mentor. I'm currently doing my business studies qualification, and right now I'm looking to try and build a little bit of my confidence.
Okay, how could I help you with that? What exactly are you looking for in a mentor?
Well, I have done a little bit of research and I've seen that you have done some confidence building tips for Apprentice Nation before. So I'm definitely keen to learn from you and kind of get any experience or get any insights from you that you may have.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I've been mentoring for about 3 years and I've got loads of experience, particularly with building up confidence. So what are your short to long-term goals?
Yeah, so in the short term, I'd love to be able to speak to people more confidently and really stand out from the crowd. And I guess in the long term, I'd love to have my own podcast.
Wow.
I have actually done some research into the structure of our mentoring relationship. So I've looked at preparation, negotiation, growth and closure, and I'm really excited to see what happens over the next 6 months.
Brilliant.
In this short role play, you can see that as a mentee, I came prepared. I took control and led the conversation. I had completed research on Josiah as well as outlined my short-term and long-term goals, showing my mentor Josiah I was serious and I meant business. Hopefully you found this useful as an example for a conversation starter.
We are advising you to head over to ApprenticeNation.com and check out our Skills Hub, where there are some additional videos that can help you unlock your potential and to shape your future. Here are just a few we could recommend. Try stepping out of your comfort zone, which is all about trying something new with confidence. Or map out your journey, which is about making a step-by-step plan to achieve your goals. Or even, why is learnability a core skill for life? You can discover the core aspects of learnability. Or the video, what are SMART goals? It talks about how to stay motivated and to see goals through to the end.
Don't forget how to make great first impressions and believe you are great. I highly recommend that one.
And whilst you're there, check out a list of mentors that you can sign up with from different companies such as Lucozade, BT, Google, ITV, Meta, and the Premier League, just to name a few. As you can hopefully tell from this series, Roxanne and I could talk about this subject for hours. We've only touched the tip of the surface.
I recommend logging onto the careerready.org website for more information on mentoring.
Thanks, Roxanne. I wanted to close by sharing a quote from Chinese philosopher named Lao Tzu that said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step." When you're starting out on any journey, you're going to be an amateur. So just embrace it, accept it, humbly take on any opportunity to learn. Make that phone call, write that email. And remember, no matter what position a potential mentor is in, they're still a human and they were once in your shoes. So wishing you luck on your mentoring journey.
Good luck and best wishes.